Welcome to the musical Welcome guys to my YouTube channel. My name is Laine and today I'm coming back with another video, all things Panto. Before we get started, I just thought I should give you a little background about me. I am currently a second year at Laine Theatre Arts, who are the people who set me up with the audition. Now at Laine's, unlike many other drama school, I think Laine's probably like the only drama school that allows you to do this. You can go and audition for shows and for pantos over the Christmas period because we've got like 3-4 weeks off, which is the duration of most pantos. So they give us a way to go and perform and do what we've been doing for the past, however long, the past year. So it's amazing. But yes, let's get this party started and rolling. Let's go. 5, 6, 7, drench. So as I say, I got this opportunity through Laine's, who set me up with the auditions. So around April, May, all the way until September, Laine sets you up with auditions. Sometimes people come to Laine and sometimes you have to go out to public auditions. So as I said, my audition was inside at Laine, so it was amazing because I live right by Laine in Epsom. The audition was held by the executive producer, who happens to be part of the Laine first class. So she is one of the first cohort to have gone through Laine. And now it's amazing to see her wonderful, amazing career. And obviously her loyalty to Laine. So for all her pantos, she always seems to hire Laineys and former Laineys, which is absolutely amazing. And she is an amazing person to network with because she knows pretty much everybody and anybody in the industry. And on top of that, her husband is CEO at ATG. The second person on the panel was the wonderful choreographer / director who is Ryan Lee Sega, and I am so glad I had the opportunity to work with him because he is quite literally the future of our industry. He's going to go places because not only is he so talented, but he's an absolute dream to work with. And the third person who was on the panel is also a former Lainey, is Will whose name I'm clearly forgetting at the moment. I'll put it right here because I can't remember. And he was just amazing to be around because he's got a clear, even though he was on auditioning, he's got a clear work ethic to him. And that's the reason why he's currently getting hired so much. So it was just wonderful to see and to be around, and just a beautiful atmosphere. The first audition, there must have been about 40-50 of us. It was a dance audition. It was your typical 80s jazz tech, your straight pirouette. It was amazing. And I'm not kissing ass here to get another job. Even if I never get a job with him again, I'd still say the same things. Just dancing, his dances are just, they're just flowing your body. They're just great. They're in the body. And it was definitely the kind of audition where you come in, he set the first sort of 8 and I was already drenched. 5, 6, 7, drench. So he taught us this wonderful choreo to On Broadway, which is a beautiful song, but the fast remix. And then they went straight into cutting people into callbacks. I was obviously lucky enough to get a callback, for which you had to do one of a series of monologues. So they'd given us day monologues, they'd given us the principal boy monologues, and they'd given us a villain monologue. And they said, just learn one of those monologues and then learn 2 contrasting songs that you think would be appropriate for them. Now, because I'm a bit extra, I'm a bit spicy, I decided to learn all of them. I learned the day one first, then I learned the principal boy, and then I learned the villain. Which was kind of easy because I think the villain and the boy from memory talk to each other anyway. So it was like, you know, when you learn lines, I learn lines rather easily. I'm blessed. So it meant that I was just learning one script and then learning the day monologue. So after the dance, I was able to go home, get changed, get de-sweating myself because Jesus Christ, did a quick vocal warm-up at home and then tackled the second round. So I come into the room. I am very fortunate that I did the foundation course at Arts, which means that I tend to audition rather well, and I'm really calm because I know that I'm in control. The only times I've ever not been calm or been agitated or been stressed or had nerves at an audition, it was basically because I wasn't prepared enough, and Arts Ed teaches you to be prepared to the T. So anyway, so I was really prepared and I knew what I was doing, so I was really chill. I went in there, did my bits, so they asked me to hear my song first, and so I said to them, well, it depends on what scene you want to see, and they were like, oh, you learned all of them. I was like, yeah. And they said, well, let's see your day, because nobody's come in and done their dame yet, so please come and do your dame. So I was like, did my dame, and then I did my 2 songs according to it. Dame monologue was really funny, and it happened to be the dame monologue that was in my panto, because sorry, I forgot to mention, she auditioned 4 pantos at the same time. So she just auditioned for ensemble members and she happened to just do 4 pantos at the same time. Something else is obviously for panto, because it's such a small cast, every single ensemble member had to be able to understudy for a main cast as well. Had to understudy for a main cast, not past. So I sing my song. I think I sung one line only from Dreamgirls. And what else did I sing? Oh, and I sung Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast, because I really wanted to be in Beauty and the Beast panto. So I sung those 2 songs. They really enjoyed it. That's all they wanted to see. And then I was literally out. Then what they did, which is absolutely amazing, and Daryl, the producer, is very conscious of the fact that we are students, but she treats it like an absolute real musical theatre audition as opposed to a panto audition, which can quite differ. She called us all back in, which wouldn't really happen in a musical theatre setting. And our school agent came in as well. And she said, right, you and you got so-and-so part, you and you said so-and-so part. And she got to me and she said, and I'm not saying this to blow my own horns, but it's still one of the best compliments I've ever received in my life. My teachers were always determined, not bringing me down, but ensuring that my ego didn't inflate, which I appreciate, because now I don't think I have too much of an ego. I know my worth, definitely, but I don't think I'm big-headed, I hope. Anyway, she said to me that it was one of the best dame auditions she had seen in a while, and because of it, she'd given me the main part in Beauty and the Beast, the title part, which is obviously Belle. Little town, it's a quiet village, every day like the one before. Little town full of little people, waking up to say bonjour, 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 hey! No, but seriously. So yes, so she announced there and then that I was going to play the part of the Beast. So I was in utter disbelief. We spoke about it later and my face was absolutely blank, because I couldn't believe that 1, I got the audition, but 2, I got a main part. And it was really funny. I later asked, because obviously my audition was for a dame, so it was very effeminate, and then all of a sudden I was playing something very strong. And I asked, oh, you know, what made you give me the Beast after a dame audition, which you said was so strong? But my agent said that they were trying to get me to play the dame. However, because of logistics, because as you know, in Panto, they usually get a celebrity, and I don't constitute a celebrity. Don't know where that. They usually like to take a celebrity, and because of the logistics of who they could get in to play in the Panto and what they could play, depending on that, I then had to fit in around it, but she still very much wanted me to play a lead, which I'm so grateful for the opportunity. By the way, just for a quick timeline, this was in end of April 2021. So obviously ages away from the Panto, which started late November. Mine started earlier than a lot. I think I started rehearsals mid-November, open late November, all the way until early January. So, a couple of weeks later, I get my contract, my rehearsal schedule, my pay, all of the good stuff. So I do all of that really quickly, send it all back. And I see the rehearsal schedule, and it's 8 days rehearsals with a 3-day tech. Yes, it's Panto, but it's still 2 hours and 15 minutes. A whole show in 8 days. Like, how does that happen? And obviously in the email they said, here's a draft of the script, please be as familiar with it as possible, we'll send you other things. Even if I'm perfect and I know all my lines, how do you put a show in 8 days? How? So I was very skeptical. So come to I think it's like the 16th or the 14th of November, where we actually started rehearsal, and our director, again, Ryan, super chill. He's not like, come on guys, you know, let's do this. Super chill, right? Let's do this scene. Let's take a break. Let's go and eat. Let's do this scene. Oh, let's quickly revisit this. Oh, let's take a break. Oh, let's quickly think about what we're going to do for this scene. Just think about it. Okay, let's take lunch. And I was like, how? Like, you know, I thought I'd go in there every day for like 10 hours or whatever, and rehearse my ass off, and then go home and then just stress about it. None of that. I was like, went home and I was like, well, there's nothing for me to do. There's nothing for me to learn. There's just, I've not been given any more material that I need to rehearse. Obviously go through my blocking and things like that, but other than that. And lo and behold, on the day of, in fact the day before, the show was ready and I couldn't believe it and it was amazing. Also, something that was amazing, it just occurred to me that the performance period was greater than the actual rehearsal period, which never happened to me. Usually I have like a 3-week show, a 3-week rehearsal for like one sort of show, or like 2 maybe, but it never happened the other way around. And it has taught me so much about character development, because the way I played the Beast day 1 was not the way I played him. I got him day 10, 15. It also taught me about stamina and longevity, because I had 52 shows, 12 shows a week. It was a lot. It was a lot. So, and some of them were in the morning. Now, I don't know about people, but for me, singing in the morning is not the one. 5 o'clock is where I start, and our show ended at 5 o'clock. So it was a whole situation that I had to work out, but it was lovely. It was nice. It was also lovely to be away from home, to be away from school, to be away from all of that, and to be treated and work as a professional with professionals. Talking of which, my cast, who were some of the most talented people in the world, I am so happy, and I thrive in those environments. To say that I was probably the weakest link, not to say that I was weak, not to say that I'm not talented. It was just clear that everybody else had so much more experience in general and just were exposed to that world. So in terms of casting, 7 of us were either current or former Laineys, including the dance captain and various other ensemble members, and the other lead, Belle, who's in my year. But even her and some of the ensemble members had been on the West End. Some of them, the main cast, been on tours, and they just had so much experience. And this was my first introduction to musical theatre. Now, I can call it musical theatre because, as I say, the whole process was definitely run as a musical rather than as a panto. The way they work through the song, the rehearsal period, the whole teaching the song first, then the dancing, then blocking, and it's a massive learning curve, and I'm just so grateful for that experience. What I've done in the last couple of weeks is I've compiled a massive list of all the things that went wrong. Obviously I thought about all the great things that went well and all of that, but I compiled a list of all the things that went wrong or that I did badly, and I'm looking at it and I've sorted it out, and I have got a year and a half to sort them out and to make sure that I come out in this industry as the best performer, as the best artist, as the best person I could possibly be. And for that, I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to Laine to allow their students to do that, for them to work on their craft and to improve their craft and make sure that it's still what they want to do. Because after coming back in January, I was like, I don't want to go back to school. I want to carry on working. This is the best thing in my life. Why am I here? Sort of moment. I had definitely a post show blues. So it was definitely amazing to go through that journey and then again have that time to sort myself out and make sure I'm just the best. That is it for this video, you guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you find it helpful. I hope you find this reason enough to come to Laine or to even audition. This is my Instagram, should you want to pay a little visit. If you've got any questions, DM me. If you've got any queries, anything you want to say, please DM me. It's far easy on there. Please do like, comment, subscribe, do all of those lovely things. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you later.